the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
ThaBoxingvoice.com live here with Jono Caroll. Jonah, how are you? It's fight week.
I'm good, brother. How's things with you?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. What I'm seeing is the betting line doesn't have this fight too much you're not too much of an underdog, and he's actually an underdog in stopping you. So they're saying Jonah has a chin. Do you see this fight going the distance first and foremost?
100% I see it going. If you're talking about him stopping me, I have a granite chin. There's no chance in a million years he's going to be able to stop me. I put my hands down and walk forward like this, like Homer Simpson for 12 rounds, and he couldn't stop me. But yeah, listen, it's going to be a great fight. I don't know the outcome. All I can do is visualise me holding that belt at the very end and the new. That's all I'm hearing over and over again. So I don't know how it's going to pan out exactly. I don't really care for that. All I care for is lifting that belt at the end.
Would you say Tevin is going to be the biggest name on your resume?
Yeah, but he's a world champion. And he's defending world champion, so it's not, he's no small fish, you know what I mean?
Outside of the world title, from a skill standpoint, do you think he's as technically skilled as people make him out to be?
No, definitely not. No, that's wrong. I do think he's very skillful in what he does good, but all he can do is what he does good. Because the other aspects, like say coming forward and a few other things, what he doesn't do good, he's brutal at. You know what I mean? He's good footwork when he's running, but when he tries to like come forward, man, he's like falling over himself and stuff, man. He's a great at what he does, but he ain't no Floyd Mayweather that can adapt to anything that's thrown at him, you know. His style can be beaten, that's for sure.
So you think he's gonna play the style of a boxer? Because I mean, we've seen his last fight, he got a stoppage. They didn't think he would. Is he gonna
Did he
continue?
get a stoppage? Did he get a stoppage?
Yeah,
last
James
fight?
Tennyson.
Oh, James Tennyson, that wasn't his last fight. He had another fight since then, and it went the distance. But yeah, James Tennyson, like, listen, I think the ref was very, very quick to jump in there, if I'm being completely honest. James Tennyson jumped up and he was taking a breather on the ground. Man, if that was a world title for me, there's no chance I'm lying on the ground trying to take a breather. I'll take a breather when I'm on my feet. You know what I mean? But listen, I think that was James just wasn't kind of, I don't know. It was crazy. He just wasn't with it. He should have jumped up pretty quick as fast as he could. It's a world title shot. But that fight, like his last fight, wasn't too impressive. You know what I mean? Every time he stood there, he got pinged. So I think the only way he can do good, there's no chance he's standing there banging with me, because Tevin is like, he can box. That's all he can do. He will get found out, and I'm gonna find him out. Watch.
So you held camp in Spain for this one, right?
Correct.
Marbella?
Yes. Yeah, Marbella.
Oh, Marbella.
Spain, Port Blues, Marbella. Yeah. MTK.
So who did you use for sparring to prepare you for this, and were you able to find anyone that gives you that similar style?
Yeah, so I used a lot of people. I'm not gonna go into everybody who I used, but I used a lot of people. I used one American who was very similar. Exact same kind of shoulder roll, and also he knows who he is.
Oh, Tevin knows who it is.
He knows who he is. He sparred Tevin before.
Okay.
You know, so he knows who he is. And I don't really want to be telling sparring partners, you know what I mean? That stuff, it doesn't make any difference.
How'd you get that inside information?
Yeah, but you have to follow me on Instagram. Follow on Instagram when you find out who it is, yeah? Jono _KK Caroll, get on it.
So how'd you make that connection? How'd you get someone that was in the camp with him?
We got the connection because we know a lot of people over the world. MTK Global know everybody. We're all over the world now at this stage, you know. So it wasn't very hard, to be honest. I just had to get onto my team, and my team made sure they found me the best of the best sparring, and that's exactly what happened. They got me really, really good opponents. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting a show on because we're ready.
Well, you talked of MTK being global, and just yesterday they announced a big partnership with ESPN for fighters like yourself. Do you know what that may mean for you? I know this fight's on Dazn, but now that MTK Global and ESPN have some sort of sponsorship, what could you look for as a fighter that's signed to MTK for the future?
Listen, MTK was always getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're continuing growing their stable of fighters, and they just aligned with everybody at this stage. So if you're with MTK, you're going to get looked after, you know. So I can't speak more highly about them. They're the best in the business at the minute. So to be honest, it's like they were always going to get me with a great promoter, no matter what, you know. So the new alignment is great, 100%. It just makes things easier. But I was always going to be matched up with the best of the best people because they make sure they look after me.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but the last time we met for the press conference, we spoke of Tyson Fury and obviously his performance with Wilder and what he may or may not do.
Yes.
Now we've seen what he did. What do you think of his decision to sign with ESPN, hence stopping that immediate rematch with Wilder?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, to be honest, all those sort of things, it's a business at the end of the day. So whoever was paying the big bucks obviously got him, you know, that kind of way. Listen, he's with a massive stable now. I just think any fights can be made with the right purse. So it make it a little bit more confusing and a little bit harder to do, but it just goes to purse bids, and it's still anyone's fight, you know, that sort of way. So I told you it mightn't be a rematch, but to be honest, I don't think Wilder's team wanted a rematch too quick. So I don't know. You know, maybe they looked at their options and realised that rematch wasn't happening, and then went with the new promoter. I don't know.
Well, according to Wilder, they had the contract. They being Fury had the contract for about 5 days, then announced the ESPN $100+ million deal. But for Fury and for yourself as a fighter, is guaranteed money the way Fury is receiving better than, you know, possibly putting a fight on pay-per-view and waiting to see what the public feels about that and whether or not they're going to shell out the money for that pay-per-view? As a fighter, would you trump guarantee over?
Yeah, I mean, Nanny used to always say a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. So yeah, 100%. It's like guaranteed money. So if you're guaranteed money, like, he's safe, you know, that way. Whereas if you're talking about something that might happen, it might not happen as well, and then he has no money, you know, that sort of way. So to be honest, like, I would have done his deal as well. I would have took that.
He going to sleep tomorrow.
You just told me. You just told me decision.
Yeah.
My man, God bless. But yeah, listen, for Wilder, I don't know. Wilder speaks a lot of stuff. I don't know what's true and what's not true. He seems like a man of his word, but I don't know. He said a lot of things recently that I don't know whether it's truth or not. So I just know Fury, and I know he went with the best deal, maybe.
Going back to you and obviously Tevin Farmer, talk to me about Farmer and what you see from the outside looking in. And is there a rematch clause if you win this fight?
Well, no one ever sent me a rematch clause if I win. So
you get this fight. So is this a mandatory position? Because mandatories don't get rematch.
Yeah, this is a mandatory.
Oh, this is mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to walk with this one.
I get to walk with this one, and then again, like, I can do whatever I want then, you know. So yeah, it's an easy night's work for me. Like I said, there's no pressure really on me, even though this is something that I've wanted my whole life, my whole career. So if I win this, man, the world is my oyster, you know.
You think he's underestimating you because of your last performance?
Yes, definitely. But at the same time, he has 4 losses, so he knows himself. When you win or you have a bad decision or even just have a bad night, you're coming back to that gym and you're working on some of the things that you've done wrong. So it depends what type of fighter you are, but most of the time, if you're a decent fighter, it makes you more hungry. So we'll see. I don't know. Because he has losses already, now he's a world champion. They obviously made him a little bit more hungry every time he lost. So maybe no, maybe, I don't know. I can't speak for another man's brain, you know.
Was there any protests, or did you get any word from the promoter or anyone, you know, handling the promotion about your beard and it needing to be cut?
No.
Some fighters tend to say that a beard adds cushion, or no one asked you anything.
No one has said that to me yet, but at the same time, this happened. This happened in my last fight. I think my last 3 fights they got me to trim the beard up.
They got you to trim it?
It's a beard. Like, it's hair. It grows back. It doesn't make any difference. Like, I couldn't care less. I shaved my eyebrows.
Say the punches slip off the beard easier.
Punches don't. If anything, looking at a rookie story, if you have a beard and you have sweat in that beard, you get even a jab. You can go like this and sweat comes everywhere. So
it's an advantage.
It's an advantage of someone. Yeah, I can't see it being a disadvantage to anybody because realistically, it's a bit of hair. It's like getting banged on top of the head. You have hair on top of your head. You get an elbow on your head. It still hurts. It doesn't make any difference.
Now, what if fight night he's like, nah, cut that beard to mess with your psychology? Would you cut it?
Mate, I'll cut my beard, I'll cut my hair, I'll cut my eyebrows if he wants me to cut it for the world title. Psh, couldn't care less.
Jono Caroll, man, you've been the best. Thank you so much. If you have any social media, please give it out at this time. For those not following, you can do so. My
Instagram is Jono_KK_Caroll, and it's just Jono_Caroll on Twitter, and I think it's just Jono Caroll on Facebook. But you'll find me in all them anyway.
Alright, champ. See you the rest of the week here. Fight week.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.